Hello guys, me and Sue are out this morning and we're on the edge of Storm Arwen. And Storm Arwen has battered the northeastern Scottish coasts, absolutely battered them last night and yesterday afternoon. And it's called Arwen because in this country they name storms, I don't know if they do it everywhere, but they name storms in alphabetical order, and this is the first big one we've had. So Storm Arwen, and it looks really peaceful here, but it's really windy once you get out of this these little glades. So welcome to the new vlog. Today we've got an update on our cygnets, and I'm just coming to our small lake where our two adults are, and these are the ones who had their cygnets lost, all of them, last year or this year. There's also an update on the cobwebs that I saw in the last video when I was filming the sunset. There's an update on our drought conditions. Still have, even with this storm, we haven't had a dramatic amount of rain. And then finally we finish up with a sunrise, a symphony sunrise I've called it. It's a natural sound sunrise plus some beautiful music as well. So I hope you enjoy it and see you at the end. Cheers. So we'll start off with the cygnets. Sue and me were wandering around the first reserve and we saw a couple of cygnets with two adults. Could this possibly be the two cygnets that had flown in from the second reserve 4 or 5 miles away? I'll have to go across and check it out, but they look quite comfortable. Another swan was trying to cross to join them, but adults didn't really like it, so it kept away. But they look pretty healthy. I'll have to check this out. Then, on the way home, we spied these spiders' webs. I did a bit of checking, and apparently they're made by the Linniphidae spider. They're like money spiders. There's a huge amount of the species. But what they do is they make these webs across fields. When the wind blows, it blows the webs, including the spiders, to different places, and it saves them travelling for hundreds of yards. These webs are what I had seen the other night when I filmed the sunset. And basically the drone had picked up hundreds and hundreds of yards of these webs. It was an incredible sight. Right, let's get off to that second reserve and check on those cygnets. Hello guys. Well, really interesting development today. I've travelled across to the second reserve because I thought maybe the two remaining cygnets had flown the 4 miles to the main lake on the main reserve. But I'm here and they haven't, they're still here, but they've moved them from the main lake to this smaller lake, and this is where the nest was, the original nest was. So it looks like they've moved them, which is an interesting development. But I'll put a film up because I just spotted them on this little lake. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Hello guys. You moved him here for safety. You need to be careful, there's a mink around. There's a mink around here. You think they're safer here, do you? I don't blame you really, but I'm not sure this is any safer. Sorry about your cygnet. Isn't nature just amazing? And I then discovered another badger set. And it's getting a lot colder here. This little chap, this little long-tailed tit, was wrapped up against the cold. Well, would you believe it? We've got two cygnets here. They were brought in, we saw them the other day, brought in by the parents. They're obviously a bit nervous about the other swans, but basically they've been left. So here they are. So we've got to keep our eye on these two cygnets in the big lake here. It's just weird how they've just been left. So we'll keep an eye on them. We'll keep an eye on them. The resident swans were telling them to keep their distance. And we still have no water in the outflow from the main lake. None at all. This is normally up to 2 feet deep. And the main river, this is the bed of the main river. Look, there's just water in one side of it. Although it's deep, it's just amazing. Believe it or not, this river is the 5th longest in the UK. So I went out to get a time lapse, and I was photo bombed by a robin. He moved the camera, so I didn't get the time lapse, but I did get him. So I went off to catch a sunrise, spotted this plane, checked him out. He was on the way to Glasgow from Frankfurt. So now it's time for that natural symphony sunrise. First of all, the natural sounds. Finally, some beautiful music by SergePavkin. Hi everybody. Sunrise nearly, well, 40 minutes or so. Here we go. Beautiful out. But it's a bit cold, I must admit.